Welcome everyone. We are here today with Valentina Vesler, Head of PR and Communications for AQUA Carpatica. Thank you so much for doing the interview with us. I was looking through some of your work and saw that you just won a bunch of different awards for your wrong labeling campaign, like the 𝒂𝒑𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒆, the 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒆 Awards, and the 𝒂𝒑𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒆 Awards. How are you feeling about your efforts gaining so much attention?
Yeah, I have mixed emotions about that because, actually you were telling briefly about the latest successes we had. Actually, what we gained lately is the result of hard-working efforts during a couple of years, more than 10 years, for establishing the brand on the market. And it is not a novelty. We won even bigger prizes back in the past with almost similar campaigns having a strong impact in society. Because the work we are doing for building a brand is strictly related to people and what we give to people. So the results are we were not seeking, our goal was not to gain prizes. Our goal was to do the job right. And this was the consequence of our work.
So as someone, I was looking through your LinkedIn and I saw that you're quite active with female empowerment, and you participate in not only our conference but also ECHO and Ladies of Haute Couture. What does female empowerment mean to you?
Because I'm a mother of two sons, I don't really believe that men and women should be different. But in society, especially in very conservative societies, this difference can be seen. And the imbalance should be balanced, should be reestablished, the balance. Because, female leaders, female entrepreneurs, female, women in strong position can do, I don't want to say more, but they can do it in another way. They can do it with kindness, with a little bit more understanding, because female energy and female mindset, it's a bit containing. And it can transform through kindness, through teaching. Women are more available to teach, more available to explain. So I do believe that we should make our voices stronger, to be stronger in our kind way.
And how do you feel that women in these positions create the balance between men and women? Like, how do you think that contributes to creating more equality between the two genders?
It's a long way, because historically speaking, this imbalance lasted for more than hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. So to reestablish and, the kind approach and the female approach is not that punchy. So it is a long way to make our voices loud, but we have to be present, we have to be together, we have to, to work together and form many communities of women who stick together and can determine the change.
I was, again, looking through articles, and I saw a very interesting article title written in 2022, quoting you saying that you don't consider yourself a boss, but rather a colleague with more experience and more responsibility. I thought this interesting since you have both a master's degree and a PhD, and have also been able to reach, I think, 16.5 million people with your wrong labeling campaign. As head of PR communications and of AQUA Carpatica. Do you think being a female leader influenced the comment you made in that interview, and if yes, how?
My everyday life inspiration, both in in life and in my position, my job, and what I do at work is inspired deeply by my mother quality, the quality of being a mother. You know, you have to establish that sort of relationship of authority and friendship. They have to know, the children have to know that they listen to you, but they can turn to you as to a friend, to seek for an advice, but from a friendly relationship, but without losing the authority, you know, without losing the fact that you are the mother. So this sort of mentality I'm applying in my job as well, because, you know, when you position yourself as a leader, up, nobody can reach you, nobody can, and you just command, and this is the pyramidal way of leading. It's not healthy for anyone. They cannot teach. And I lead by example. I teach by example. So I am there because I worked, because I was curious, because I wanted to do more, and this I have to share. This is the reason why I'm considering myself with more experience, but I'm not a boss. From the boss-employee position, it's very, very difficult to establish a meaningful relationship.
Tying to that, as you've already said, you are both an entrepreneur and a mother. Tell me, you had about a time you had difficulty balancing the two and how you dealt with that situation.
It's not easy. It's not easy because, you know, I'm a fully present person where I am. And if I dedicate myself to something, it is obvious that something else is missing. And doing that, spreading myself all over the place was not an easy job to be done. But somehow, of course, I had to give up to a lot of my free time, a lot of my vacations, and I took every experience as a learning experience, not as a difficulty, as not a challenge not to be conquered, not to be overstepped and learned from. So I think it's all about how you see things. Because at first you can see them very, very difficult, and they are difficult. But when you see them as an opportunity to learn and grow, they don't seem so difficult.
So for all the women that are kind of scared, because I'm sure there's a lot of women who feel like their family life might be not a problem, but might cause a lot of stress if you try to balance it with jobs. What advice would you give them?
I don't know. Quality time is very important. Being with your children is very important. And I will tell you a story, the story of how I raised my children. I had to come back in the office. I had my projects on, and they were very small. And I took them with me. And I was breastfeeding, yeah? And I didn't want to give up. Breastfeeding and being close to them was very important for me. And I took them with me, and everywhere I went, they were with me. And they learned to be social people. They learned to get along with a lot of different people. They have social skills. They learned different languages because of that. So as I was telling you before, I turned this difficulty into an opportunity to spend time with them and do my job as well. Of course, everybody has his personal approach on that. Maybe somebody wants to be a full-time mother and raise the children fully, but I opted for this, and this is how I raised my children. They were in the office, we were at events, we were traveling a lot, and they were with me. I didn't have my parents to help me out, just from time to time, So we raised them ourselves. So they were with me everywhere.
And do you think your kids have taken some of the things they learned from following you around the office and have been able to apply it in their lives?
For sure. You know, at some point, I had a coaching school. I attended coaching courses because I wanted to be more effective and to understand how to relate to my team. And the first coaching clients were my children. So they learned how to actually they benefited from the coaching process.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. I have one last question, though. If you had 2 minutes to talk to your past self, what would you try to teach her to make the journey to where you are now a bit easier?
Actually, I was doing that on several occasions because, you know, there are a lot of issues to be discussed with our children selves. And I would tell that self-confidence is very important, but self-confidence built on real and purposeful issues, and not to be scared, because building yourself on strong basis is always with results.
Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add, anything you'd like to talk about to the listeners?
Actually, teach yourself to be curious, because life is amazing, and being curious is the key to learning. Being truly curious, authentically curious, is the key to discover amazing things.
Do you think curiosity was what got you into
For
where
sure.
you are now?
I wanted to look into everything, to see what's behind, to see, okay, if I'm doing this, what's happening, to build scenarios, to research a lot for what I wanted to do. So curiosity and going deep into stuff was helping me a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and we hope you enjoyed the interview, and see you next time.